Thank you for agreeing to participate in the Humboldt Area Foundation Scholarship Selection Committee. This video is meant to serve two purposes. The first is to familiarize you with the online scholarship review. The second is to give an overview of what it will be like during the Scholarship Selection Committee. That way you'll have a good lay of the land and you won't have any surprises during the committee meeting. In your initial email, you will notice that I have a few attachments to this email. To highlight a few, the 2015 Scholarship Committee Handbook is an overview of the application, guidelines on being a committee member, and the Foundation's policies, ideals, and ethics. Please take care to review this document before reviewing any scholarship application. We also have included our conflict of interest statement and confidentiality statement and our questionnaire. Our questionnaire is quite lengthy, so you might opt to submit this to us via email. However, we will be providing hard copies of both the questionnaire and forms as well. We have also taken care to attach the agenda as well. So you will see on the agenda both the time of our meeting and the place, and then also how the committee will be convened. You might notice as well that there are quite a few people that are assigned to specific scholarships. For example, the Bill and Juanita Thompson Scholarship Fund had over 90 students apply to that one fund, and we can't ask volunteers to review over 90 applications. So we broke the applicant pool down into groups. So for example, Michael and Barbara are reviewing the first 30 applicants, Charlie and Tiffany are reviewing the next, and so on. You will notice that after each person has been assigned to a specific fund, these are the folks that are reviewing for the specific scholarship, but we want to hear feedback from all committee members. All committee members will be voting on the scholarship fund, even if you haven't read for that specific fund. So that's why it's so important as a committee member to be able to articulate the strengths and weaknesses of the folks that you are advocating to be selected for the scholarship, because some of the committee members might not have read for that specific scholarship. So within this email, you'll also notice that we have this link to the reviewer portal. If I select that, all you'll need to do is type in your email address and the password that was assigned to you. So when I log in, all I'm going to see are all of the applications that have been specifically assigned to me. So I can see I'm reviewing for 3 scholarship funds. To go ahead and start reviewing for a specific fund, all I have to do is click the name of the scholarship. As you'll note in the Scholarship Committee Handbook, the #1 responsibility of a committee member is to select a student that most closely exemplifies the reason why the scholarship exists in the first place. So it's really important when you're evaluating students to keep in mind the criteria that has been set out for the donor, as well as the little snippet of information about the reason why the scholarship was created. You'll also see the amount available to award. And then down here you'll see information about the applicants that are applying for a scholarship. So in this demo you'll see that there is only one student that applied for this scholarship fund. In some cases you might see more than one scholar or student apply for a scholarship in most cases. And sometimes what will happen is it will show on several different pages. So what I would recommend doing is expanding how many applicants per page to 100. That way you're seeing all the students that applied to the scholarship on one page instead of the first 10 or the first 20. There are a couple different ways that you can view information from the student. You can select this button right here that says See Reference Material, and I can see all of the different attachments for this applicant. My preferred method of reviewing is by selecting the submission title, so CAS Test Application to the Olander Memorial Scholarship. And by doing so, I get this really nice viewing of the application and the evaluation form. So you might notice that this is quite small. In order not to strain your eyes, you can use your mouse, hover over to this black bar in between, right-click your mouse, and hold and drag, and this will create a larger window for you to see either one of the two forms, so the eligibility quiz or the evaluation form. You'll notice that on the evaluation form, the different tasks that you'll be evaluating for match with the criteria for the specific scholarship. So for this specific scholarship, the number one thing that's important for this scholarship is financial need. So you'll notice that there are more points assigned for financial need. This is really important to note because as you're reviewing for different scholarship funds, the values that are assigned for this evaluation form might change. So financial need might not be as important for other scholarships. All of the different parts of the application that are required for students can be found in this little drop bar. So I can see the eligibility form, application form, transcript, personal statement, and the 2 letters of recommendation. Sometimes the scholarship fund will require a student to submit an additional essay, and if the scholarship fund does require that, you will see the additional essay in this drop box right here. So after I am done assigning values, I can also leave comments. I highly recommend leaving comments, especially if it's one of the top applicants. So that way when the committee is convening, you will be able to quickly give feedback. So you can put down your comments as a note to yourself to the strengths and the weaknesses of the applicant, or it can also be a way to jog your memory about the application itself. So this comment box can be really helpful. So during the committee meeting, for each one of the funds that you're reviewing for, you might be asked to speak on behalf of the top 3 scholarship applicants. So you will want to make note of that in here for those top 3. Also, there's this really nice little color coding that's up here, and you can choose to use this if you want or not. If I were a committee member, what I would do is for my top 3 candidates, I would assign them green. Green as in good, red as in stop, yellow as the student's application's okay. And how this can be really helpful is that when you have multiple students applying to a specific fund, you don't have to open up each one of the applications in order to figure out which student rose to the top. Instead, during this dashboard, I can quickly see the quality of the application. So if I were a committee member, I would be using this quite a bit. You can also see the rank that you assign for a student right here. So if you choose not to submit a quality color score, you can see the evaluation number that you had assigned to the student. So this concludes our video that guides you through the application and review process. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact our team. We're here to help, and we are incredibly thankful that you have agreed to participate in this selection committee.